Good morning. It is Monday, the 10th day of April, 2017. My name is Derek, and welcome. Let's take a little quick look at this silver chart, which is now moving into this neutral state within about 17 and 18 and a half, at least until it can get out of the range. That's how I'll be looking at it now, leaving the upper end of this range a twice hit high, as it had a situation of all these lower highs and lower lows I've talked about before, and oops, a different change. Now instead of a lower high, it makes that of a higher one. And when you have a situation when you make a significant higher high, it's a huge probability of making a higher low, and usually significantly higher, as was the case. Now, if you can make it significantly higher, you really increase the chances of making a higher high. Now, technically speaking, that's a few basis points, maybe more than a couple, but pretty much a matching high, but technically below it by those few cents. And within this situation now, I don't know if it's favored to make a higher high or higher low or lower low from this one, because it didn't make that of a higher one. It still hasn't cleared a point where, yep, this is a high, now we're working on the low, because I think the best way to determine a key high or low is when it gets back above or below the key band, and that's exactly what it's doing today, is going below the key band situation. You can still have this a possibility where it pierces back up or moves within this range later today into tomorrow, and if, say, something like that was to occur where this is the bottom, let's assume it moves into the 18 mark by the end of the day, and you get a one of those cattail kind of candles and a green candle Tuesday that goes above the 18 average. And this is just that little quick pierce failed move below, if of course that's the situation. I think once you're going to move down to here, then yeah, no matter what happens, you could have like a move here and then a fast move up. If it's a clear break below that, then I'm going to count that as one of the key lows. But as long as it's in this range at this stage, there's not much more to state other than neutrality, and you're not looking for any type of major breaks either above this point or below with any decent volatility until you get to that point of either breaking either one, especially because there's been significant low volatility. And I think the only way that I can get any type of major conviction to one side or another is if I get something like a big down day like this to the bottom end of the range, or vice versa, where, say, it comes down here and then it just goes up in one day like $1 or something. That's really the only way within this range if it's a massive green and red candle. But when we look at the move, this here looks like, you know what, it's not a big red candle, but it's definitely not small. It's 1.58%. It is small. And then you look at these moves in here. Oh, that's a pretty decent sized red candle. Yeah, the high is about 1850 something. The low is a little below 18. That's a little over 2%. No, that's not. So everything has been under very microscopic volatility as compared in relevance to the historic volatility that this has had. And that will conclude today's video. I'll be back later with a cryptocurrency update. Take care.